All right, guys, it's time for a very intriguing knife from Ketuo. And so, guys, this is the Knives Fast channel. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, stick around. Please support the channel any way you can. And I would love to have you along for the long haul. So check me out on Instagram. And again, like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Now, this is the Ketuo. There's no label, but this is the Ketuo Ventr, V-E-N-T-R. Very intriguing knife. This is designed by Braden Sweeten, and it's designed to be an outdoors camping kind of, knife. And I really like a lot about it, but there's some issues. And so we'll talk through that, but really interesting. So you have excellent G10 grippy scales. You've got this great kind of milling here on the chamfer that provides this really cool grip. This knife is not coming out of your hand. You do have kind of a guard here. Really cool, really well done. Now it's flat, but you end up with a nice chamfer contouring. You do have nested steel liners and this really intriguing, loop backspacer, and we're going to talk more about that. Now, I've heard that there's a video out there of a content creator taking that out, so there must be standoffs in there, so I think you can take that off, which makes it much more intriguing to me. It's a pass-around knife, so I did not do that. This knife comes by way of the Lefty pass-around group, and so I didn't feel right taking that off. Now you do have a hole, which makes it nice and fidgety, opens with the thumb or the middle finger, or you can do this job. But guys, you have a button lock, but this is not a plunge lock. This is actually a liner lock operated by a button. So the button is actually attached to the liner, so it is not a compression lock. It is down at the normal place of a liner lock, and you can see our button is attached, and the way I know it's attached is if I come here and pull this down, you can see the button moving. See that? So it is a button operated liner lock, and now you can operate it as a liner lock, but there's not a pass through. There's no way to really get there, so you have to dig down in. So it's better to use the button, and it is on bearings, so it's pretty fidgety as well, as you can see, and a really interesting knife. Now, even with this big backspacer, that blade stops way short of even the handle. The blade is stopping right down in here. So we do have a really odd looking blade to handle ratio. If you didn't have this in the way, then you could have ended your handles more like right about there. And then, it would have looked quite better for sure. Now, you do have kind of this bead blast finish on the 14C28, which is really interesting. Now, guys, very thin stock, good jimping right here. Ergonomics are fantastic. Now, you don't have a clip, so I'm not sure how you're supposed to carry this unless I'm just supposed to put a lanyard on it and drop it in my pocket, but I don't like knives just rolling around in my pocket. So it's a bit of an issue for me. I wish it had a clip. Without a clip, I don't know if I would own this. But to each their own. Now, it is designed with this kind of, he calls it a cleaver style blade, but I could see this being great for like camping, for like cutting up vegetables or, cutting like this. But it's more of a tanto in my opinion. It does definitely cut very nicely, as you can see. Just an intriguing knife. There's a lot I really like about it, but I just don't get a couple of things. Like, I would love to hear an explanation. I went and read on the listing, it's even got a section here that says designer inspiration, but there's nothing about this guy. It just says the Ventr is right at home in any adventure. The inspiration of the design comes from the need for a practical and perfectly sized outdoor knife that would feel comfortable in any situation. A cleaver style blade made optimal for slicing and grippy scales and weight for wet situations. I wanted a practical folder where it's there if you need it to prepare food by the campfire, cut some rope, carve a stick, or simply slip it in the pocket for whatever may come up next. So apparently he likes a pocket dropper. just not for me. So I'd be interested to hear what you guys think about that. Would love to have a clip on this thing. I think if they did a clip version, this guy would probably take clip version without this, it would take off for sure. But really cool knife. It does cut well. Nice little size. Again, compares much smaller than the Ontario Rat 1. And it's going to be about the same length as the Rat 2. Very cool. All right, so as far as specs and everything else, this guy comes in orange or black, okay? And this is a budget-friendly option. This is only $55. It's 6.9 inches and a 2.8-inch blade. Gotta love that very much. It is 4.1-inch handle and 0.12 or 3 millimeters on the stock, which is great. 14C, they don't give us the HRC. Designed by Braden Sweeten, and the weight is only 3.2 ounces. Really impressed. Again, there's a lot of milling inside to get it to that weight, and I'm impressed with the locking mechanism. By the way, it came dead centered. No side to side, but a little bit of up and down blade play. It doesn't feel like it's gonna, I mean, it's not going to disengage, period. And so it's really nice indeed. Very well made by Ketuo. So I don't know, guys. I kind of really like it. There's a lot to like about it, but again, just a lot that I don't like as well. Now, with having a real detent, because it is a button-operated liner lock, you can see it just fires out. And again, the drop is wonderful. It's good at thumb rolling as well. And I can absolutely agree that this would be a great outdoors knife. And man, it's light, but it's not too light. And it's got this kind of upward grip of the handle that gives you a nice downward here on cutting things. So there's a lot to really like about it. I just don't understand those couple of items. So I would be interested to hear some feedback from you guys and what you think. And I would love to hear some of the answers to those questions, but it's all good. So, guys, again, I'm really glad to get to check this one out from the Lefty Pass Around group and Ketuo. So definitely give me a thumbs up and a comment and let me know what you think. And please make sure you're subscribed and you hit that notification and stick around and watch plenty more videos on the Knives Fast channel. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I thank you for watching the Knives Fast channel.